What's up, Facebook friends and internet friends? This is Evan Greer. I am live on Don Giovanni Records Instagram and my Facebook Live. And I'm starting a little bit early, just so we make sure everything's working. So you are the awkward people that showed up for the show exactly on time. So congratulations. And you can mill about and be awkward the way that you would at a real show, while we kind of get everything going and people trickle in and all of that. But I am currently streaming Facebook from my phone and Instagram from my kid's iPad. So we're gonna see how that all sounds. And I'm recording this into my computer so that afterwards, even if it sounds like crap, we should have a pretty decent recording that I can post for folks. So yeah, if you're here early, how did things sound and look out there? I'll strum the guitar a little bit. Can you hear my voice? Can you hear the guitar? Can you see me okay? Lighting look decent? I know it's, it is what it is, right? But how's it sound? I'm gonna come in and check. If you shoot me a comment, I will be able to see it, and that will help me immensely. Cool. Thanks, Don Giovanni Records Instagram folks telling me things sound good. And I'm looking good too. Oh, why, thank you. Today is Trans Day of Visibility, and here I am. I'm visible. Now I'm invisible. Now I'm visible again. Alright, apologies. There will be bad jokes. Alright, so give me just 1 second. I'm going to pull up my own stream here on my own computer, and I'm going to just post it in a couple places so that folks know, because apparently that's, this is extremely DIY, right? I am doing all the things, so including there is promo. So I'm going to just post this a couple places for folks to check out, and this is great too because I will be able to hear see your comments and stuff in real time. So if you're just tuning in, again, my name's Evan Greer. I'm a trans singer-songwriter and activist based here in Boston, and I hope that all of you are doing okay and are feeling safe, as safe as possible in these really difficult times that we're in. And I hope I'm going to play music for maybe even a couple hours and hopefully give folks something uplifting to tune into, but also some real shit too. So, oops, I promised the first hour would be mostly family friendly, so apologies if you tuned in for that. So yeah, is everybody holding up and doing okay? I hope that folks are staying at home and participating in social distancing and doing the best they can, but also staying connected and taking care of each other. I've been so grateful, the neighbors in the building that I live in have just been so amazing at checking in on each other and making sure that folks are doing okay. And it's meant so much, even though we're not seeing each other, just to check in and have a text thread and stuff like that. So anyhow, again, if you're just tuning in, you are the awkward people that showed up right when the show is supposed to start, and I'm kind of just going to keep talking while I post this around a few places. And then I'm going to play some songs for you all, so don't go anywhere. And let me know how it's sounding. I decided to go unplugged for this, quote unquote, rather than run my guitar and microphone through my computer and to all of you. Because I feel that there's so many things that can go wrong there. So hopefully it sounds and looks okay, and I'm going to get to it. So, okay, posting in a few places, and then I will be right with you. I keep typing Trans Day of Liberation, because I feel that's what this should be. Visibility only gets us so far, right? And if you're watching and you want to support, I'm going to post a comment, I'm going to pin a comment with my Venmo and a link to my Bandcamp. That's the best way to support me right now, and it really does make a difference. I did have a number of concerts planned for this month that were canceled, like many other artists, and every little bit really does help and make a difference. So let me get in here and post the comment. This is me passing the hat. Hey, Taina. So, typing in my Venmo. And I think there's a way I can pin this comment, because that's cool. Yeah, pin comment. Look at that. I think I can do that on Instagram too, but I don't know how to do that. And you all have been listening to me blab for too long, so I'm going to get into it and play some music for you. And quickly I'll just say, if you haven't been following, there's so many different things to talk about right now. But quickly I want to shout out that my organization, Fight for the Future, has a campaign out right now called Take This Seriously, that's focused on encouraging people to do everything that we can to listen to public health experts and save lives, but also to fight for people's basic human rights. There's so many bad proposals that are coming out right now from corporations and governments, things like expanding mass government surveillance. The Department of Justice asked for the power to indefinitely detain people without a trial, which is a totally ridiculous idea that exactly zero doctors support. So there's just we know that politicians rarely pass up an opportunity to exploit a crisis. And this is a real crisis. And so we do need to take it seriously as a public health crisis, but we also need to fight for people's basic human rights. And that means pushing back against things like surveillance and censorship and mass incarceration. So anyhow, all right, I promised I was going to stop talking. So now I am. Last post, getting the word out, and then here we go. All right. So thanks so much, y'all, for hanging out, and I'll get right to it. So, Taina, you're my sound person, so holler at me if things are not sounding good. And I'm going to kick things off with a song that someone requested, but I'm going to specifically send this out to the Instacart grocery delivery workers that were on strike today. Amazon warehouse workers also went on strike today. Whole Foods employees are planning a major sick out. These folks are on the front lines making sure that people have food and things that they need. They deserve to be treated with respect. They need basic PPE, protective gear, and hazard pay, sick days, things like that. So shout out to all those workers and solidarity with them. And this goes out to all workers, not just workers who are in a union. Oh, I would never walk across a picket line. Solidarity forever don't mean just sometimes. Long live the Union, cross my heart and hope to die. If I should ever walk across a picket line. Well, my mother never told me what was right or what was wrong. Never taught me to play banjo, never taught me to write songs. One thing that she taught me I'll remember for all time, and that's that you should never walk across a picket line. Oh, I would never walk across a picket line. Solidarity forever don't mean just sometimes. Long live that Union, cross my heart and hope to die. If I should ever walk across a picket line. Well, one of them, oh no, that's not how it goes. Well, my mother, well, she took me to that factory where the workers were on strike. The company had called in scabs to break the union's might. Mom went to the front and she addressed those greedy slime. Said, I dare any of you men to walk across this picket line. Oh, I would never walk across a picket line. Solidarity forever don't mean just sometimes. Long live that Union, cross my heart and hope to die. If I should ever walk across a picket line. Well, one of them came forward, and he had something to say. No woman will stand between me and one day's pay. I don't care about the others, no, I'm taking what is mine. With that, he tried to walk across our union's picket line. Oh, I would never walk across a picket line. Solidarity forever don't mean just sometimes. Long live that union, cross my heart and hope to die. If I should ever walk across a picket line. Well, Mom called him a dirty scab and gave him 2 pieces of her mind. She picked up and she threw every rock that she could find. And when he called the cops on her, she kicked his behind and said, that's what you get when you walk across a union's picket line. Oh, I would never walk across a picket line. Solidarity forever don't mean just sometimes. Long live that union, cross my heart and hope to die. If I should ever walk across a picket line. I can still remember what my mother used to say. We're fighting for a better world, not just for better pay. And if we stick together, then we'll win this fight in time. As long as we don't walk across each other's picket lines. Oh, I would never walk across a picket line. Solidarity forever don't mean just sometimes. Long live that union, cross my heart and hope to die. If I should ever walk across a picket line. If I should ever walk across a picket line. You can sing in your living room. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. In our hands is placed a power greater than their hoarded gold, greater than the might of armies magnified 1,000-fold. We can bring to birth a new world from the ashes of the old. Oh, the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Oh, solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Oh, the union, it makes us strong. Thanks, y'all. Everything's still sounding okay? Gaetano, I saw you joined. If you hear anything way off, let me know. Also, is my phone, I'm getting like texts and stuff. Are you hearing that? If so, let me know and I'll put it on Do Not Disturb. But if not, I'll just keep going. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. A bunch of folks here, which I really appreciate. Like I mentioned, it's Trans Day of Visibility, so a great day to just kind of play some music for folks and be visible. Here's a song off my record, She, Her, They, Them, which I was super lucky to put out on Don Giovanni Records earlier this year. Produced by my good friends Taina Asili and Gaetano Vaccaro, who are watching. I'm sending so much love to them and their family right now. I know so many people have people in their lives already who are being directly affected by this crisis, who are sick or who have lost work or who are out there on the front lines as healthcare workers or delivery workers or retail workers. So my heart goes out to all of you. So here's a no text sounds. Chris says, thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. This song's called The Spring, and it's about insecurity and doubt, which I think is something we all experience. But for those of us who are trans or non-binary or gender non-conforming, it can be so much more prevalent, just in a world that not only tells us that we're not good enough, but in a world that tells us we don't exist. So, for all of you. Every song that we could sing, we sang to get us to the spring. Everything that we could bring, we had given. Everyone we had begun to doubt, we now remember why we were in love. Every day we found a way, or a temporary fix, enough to get us through till morning, when the sun in our eyes dragged us clean from our slumber, held us from falling under our demise. Every time I think I got this figured out, insecurity finds me, and I end up on the ground. Passing's inside me. Can't you hear the sounds? Long before middle school, the TV handed down the rules. Boys were boys, girls were girls. I was lonely. Only I could never seem to understand all that it took to be a man. They surely shook me by the hands of expectations. Now there's new life on the way, our baby's growing every day, and I am happier than I have ever been before. Still I know to call me, and I taught you to be free. Every time I think got this figured out, insecurity finds me, I end up on the ground. Passing's inside me. Can't you hear the sounds? 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 Thanks, y'all. Please feel free to comment with a little clap or something like that, so I know you're out there. It's a little awkward to just play to a screen. I'm just looking at 3 versions of myself, and I look good, but I'm more interested in what you all have to say and think. Brian McGill wants me to play a children's song. I can totally do that. And Brian, thank you for setting an example please throw out requests or ask me a question or whatever. I want this to be interactive as much as possible. That's the whole point, right? Is for us to be together even though we can't meet. So yeah, Brian, this is for you. And also for my kid Saoirse. We drove each other nuts all day. Homeschooling and working from home at the same time is difficult. I feel like I'm doing maybe a mediocre job at both, but we're all doing the best we can right now. But this is a good Trans Day of Visibility song. And it's a children's song. The only thing that people want to know about you is what's inside your diaper. Should they buy you pink or blue? Well, all I care about is if it's pee or if it's poo. 'Cause you're my little baby, and I love you through and through. You can be a boy and a girl and a lion and a squirrel and a diamond and a pearl in the sea. Or a big fat rock or an astronaut, but you just can't be a cop. There you go. Thanks for asking for that, Brian. Thanks, Mary. I'm going to play another song off my album, She, Her, They, Them. And again, you know, the best way that you can support me right now, if you want to support a trans artist and support this work, is to either Venmo me or buy my record on the internet. Or you can stream it on Spotify, and they'll pay me like 0.0000003 cents per stream or something like that. But you know, it adds up, I guess. But yeah, there's a pinned comment with the link on the Facebook. Instagram folks, I don't know. I don't understand Instagram. I can't even figure out how to put a pinned comment there. So sorry. Anyhow, this is the first track off that record, She, Her, They, Them, and it's called First Boy, and it's a climate change related gay love song, which I will slightly alter for this particular moment. At the party in Miami, we had a few too many. I passed out long before you came to bed. Did an oil change at 6 a.m. and the bus lurched north for Gainesville. I left a letter and some water by your sleeping head. 1, 2, 3, and the thought came to my mind like an evacuation order. May have been my last chance to kiss someone in Florida. Thinking about you across the Alabama border. More than one that got away, but by your memory I'm taunted. You're the first boy I ever wanted. 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 Stubble on your face, warmth of your embrace, sequins on your dress. You know I was impressed by your blessed confidence, but you had super trendy friends and your apartment was a mess. Thought it would be best to go to bed, but the thought came to my mind like a flood-related fire. We're running out of time to act on our desires, and my beat-up Subaru burned through another set of tires. It's more than one that got away, but by your memory I'm taunted. You're the first boy I ever wanted. 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 There you are, First Boy off my record, She, Her, They, Them, which is already out on Don Giovanni Records, so go pick it up for my Bandcamp. And I am happy to announce to you all tonight that I am actually working on recording an EP here at my house, like every other musician in the world probably. And I'm going to be putting out a single on Don Giovanni Records pretty soon, and then eventually the EP as a digital release. So get stoked for that, and I'll play that new song a little later tonight. Seltzer. Why is seltzer so good? Hi Neil from British Channel Islands. Oh my god, The Good Fight. Richard Nelson. That is an amazing request. I honestly don't know if I could play that song. It has been many years, but we'll see. We'll see where the night takes us. If anyone else has any requests, though, please do chime in and let me know. I will do my best to play them. Seems like it's about time for a cover, right? I don't know, this is kind of random, but when Tom Petty passed away, it like hit me right here. I love Tom Petty. My dad loved Tom Petty growing up. We got to see Tom Petty on his last tour before he passed away, and I got to play at a couple of the tribute nights for him at Club Basim, and so I learned some of his songs, and they're still somewhere in here, so I bust them out whenever. All right, I see Ya Basta and Never Surrender, so I'll make those happen after this Tom Petty cover, which is a little random, but Tom Petty, secret trans ally, included a trans woman in the awesome video for his American Girl thing on the tour, so that's why this is a Trans Day of Visibility song. And also just a freaking good song. She grew up in an Indiana town, had a good-looking mom, never was around, but she grew up tall and she grew up right with them Indiana boys on an Indiana night. Harmonica solo. She moved down here at the age of 33. She blew them all away, it was more than they'd seen. I was introduced and we both started grooving. I said I dig you baby, but I got to keep moving on. Keep moving on. Jane, one more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. Tired of myself, I'm tired of this town. Oh my, oh hell yes. Got to put on that party dress. Buy me a drink, sing me a song. Take me as I come, cause I can't stay long. Last dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. Buy me a drink, sing me a song. Take me as I come, cause I can't stay long. It's too cold to cry when I woke up alone. I hit the last number, I walked to the road. Last dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain. I hope none of you know the words too well because I definitely just screwed them up. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. Tom Petty presente. Hopefully that's someone out there's favorite song, so it didn't feel too random. Okay, I saw a bunch of requests come in. I've got Ya Basta, Never Surrender, Last iPhone, Punks with Clean Kitchens. Whew, okay. I can probably do most of those. Punks with Clean Kitchens is like a late night song. You'll have to stick around if you want that one. I'm gonna need a lot of seltzer. See, it's just like a real show. I make you wait while I tune. Thanks, Chris. And yeah, I'll try to, again, just like tune in a little bit and look at the comments, so feel free to say something, ask me a question. If you've got an event coming up, post it. Fight for the Future is running Stay at Home Fest too, stayatHomefest.com. It's an online calendar of events just like this that have moved online during the crisis. Great way to find artists and folks running classes and things like that to support. All right, I'm gonna get through some of these requests. So someone asks for Last iPhone. So this is another song off that record, She, Her, They, Them. And I was super lucky to get my good friends from Anti-Flag to sing on it with me. Shout out Chris #2 if you're out there. And yeah, imagine there's like really loud distorted guitars and lots of drums and cheesy whoa 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 type harmonies. And you'll be fine. Someone just said I had nice hair. That's like the best thing you could say, especially since I haven't been able to buzz my side shave. I'm like literally texting with my hairdresser and she's like trying to coach me through it and I'm too scared. So, thank you. Sound of sirens shoots through my chest. Red and blue lights break my windows. Paranoia knocks at my front door. Paranoia knocks at my front door. I know the words to my own song, I really do. I'm just gonna start that over, it's gonna be fine, right? Sound of sirens shoots through my chest. Red and blue lights break my windows. Paranoia knocks at my front door. This fragile fear makes decisions for me. How I won't ride my bike through Austin. I don't want to feel this anymore. Just to hear another friend's in jail. I'm afraid to talk in detail about the ways we can tip the scales. But when you sing along, it makes me that much stronger. 'Cause I know that if they shoot me down, these songs will be remembered. Whoa, these songs will be remembered. You all can sing those whoa 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 parts in your living room. No one will judge you except your cat. Speaking of which, if you're a really good audience, I will bring out the pet rats and let you say hi to them. So stick around for that. Everyone's talking insurrection, and I'm not sure if I'm for or against it. I guess survival's more what's on my mind. White guilt, freight trains, and dumpsters used to feel like revolution. I guess I'm learning how to organize. I just wish it could be as easy as the pamphlets made it sound. I wish wearing black in Berkeley was enough to bring the whole thing down. Long after the last CD has been scratched to eternity, we'll still have campfires and drums. survive this one. Long after the last CD has been scratched to eternity, we'll still have campfires and drums. When the last iPhone dies, we'll sing, we'll harmonize, we'll fight, we'll survive this one. These songs will still be sung. These songs will be remembered. Whoa, these songs will be remembered. Whoa, these songs will be remembered. Whoa, these songs will still be sung. All right. Thanks so much, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Check through here. Comments. Hey, Brian Trotman. Thanks so much for the shout out today and helping spread the word. Hey, Raph from Makeshift. All right. Thanks for singing along, Edward. Alright, I'm just checking back through because I forget what the requests were. Oh yeah, Yabasta, Never Surrender, Punks with Clean Kitchens. Alright. We will definitely get to those. I'm going to do a new song first. This is not the brand new song that I just wrote, which I'll be putting out soon, like I mentioned. This is another new song that'll probably go on that EP. And this is about picking up and moving on, leaving behind the things that no longer serve you. I think I stole that line from you, Taina, if you're still watching. Well, I'm taking down the tent where we lived for a month. And everything's fucked up. Everything's fucked up. You're out on an island. You're waiting for a bus. We're both feeling too grown up. The holes in our plans sewn up by the threads of insecurities. Buttons, patches, blank CDs, covers that I always stole. Still smelled like you somehow. The smoke that we had stuffed into our lungs to ease the pain brought back memories of rain, but tears that never came. It broke into our soaking bones, soaked into our broken homes. Didn't want it to end this way. I didn't want to do this on the phone. And I'm hauling up the stakes, kept us tethered down to a strange suburban town. We drove all around looking for something to distract us from the changing of the leaves. Leaving changes things that we were trying not to see. The context of our codependency, the drunk messages you left for me. I can't listen to those songs again. They're burned into my memory. When we got walked in on by your dad during the best sex that we'd ever had. I never thought it'd get so good. Never thought it'd get this bad. I actually started writing that one many years ago, but dusted it off. I'm also realizing I did promise that this was going to be family friendly for the first hour, and I have utterly failed at that, so I guess it depends on what your family's like. gosh, multiple people are asking for The Good Fight. I literally forgot that I even wrote that song. Maybe later I will literally pull up the lyrics and like try to do it. But for now, I'm going to try and work my way through another one that I haven't done in a really long time. This is off my last record, Never Surrender, which you can get on my Bandcamp. Again, if you want to support, the easiest way is just to Venmo me, chip in a little bit of money, or to buy some music from my Bandcamp. Both of those links are in the pinned comment. So thanks so much for your support. Anyhow, this song is called Ya Basta, which means enough already, which I think sums up probably how most of us feel right now. And this one goes out to my good friend Ann Feeney. I don't know if you're watching Ann, but Ann recorded a fantastic version of this song that you should check out. And she sings on the version on the last record with me. So. Ya basta. Enough is enough. Ya basta. Enough is enough. Probably been 3 years since I played this song, so we'll see how it goes. Ask why are we angry, I say look at history. The cause of our troubles, it's not a mystery. There are those whose lives are easy, there are those whose lives are rough. Now is the time for us to rise and cry out, enough is enough! Borders, enough nations, enough corporate exploitation, enough racist air pollution, enough racist institutions, enough chains and enough cages, and enough starvation wages, enough highways and gas stations, enough control by corporations. We won't take it anymore. Yeah, this is class war. We'll fight you in the streets. We will dance on your defeat. Ya basta. Ya basta. Ya basta. Ya basta. I swear to you there'll be a day when the melting pot will boil. It will only bring us closer with each war you make for oil. Each union that you break and each ballot box you stuff brings us closer to the day we will cry out, enough is enough! Greedy politicians, enough gender role traditions, enough hierarchies, enough of living on our knees, enough gouging of the planet, enough destruction of the earth, enough tearing of its flesh to see what the insides might be worth. We won't take it anymore. Yeah, this is class war. We'll fight you in the streets. We will dance on your defeat. Ya basta! Ya basta! Ya basta! Ya basta! All around the world, the people are fighting back. Each day another shard of their system starts to crack. In Cairo and Argentina, with our rage and with our love, the people are all crying out, enough is enough! War and occupation, enough propaganda stations, enough enforced reality, enough police brutality, and enough nuclear arms, oh, enough factory farms, enough stolen women's choices, enough silenced women's voices. We won't take it anymore. Yeah, this is class war. We'll fight you in the streets. We will dance on your defeat. Ya basta. Ya basta. Ya basta. Ya basta. Enough words have been said, enough songs have been sung, enough protests have been had, enough banners have been hung. We are many, they are few. There is so much we can do when we use what we have learned and fight them on our own terms, because they need us, we don't need them. It's drive their trucks. They need us to shine their crowns. They need us to be the cops who beat our comrades down. But what good are all those laws with no one to institute them? And what good are all those guns? There's no one there to shoot them. We won't take it anymore. Yeah, this is class war. We'll fight you in the streets. We will dance on your defeats. Ya basta. Ya basta. Ya basta. Ya basta. There you go. Thanks so much. That song is at least 10 years old. I'm pretty sure I wrote that song during the Bush versus Kerry election, which feels like simpler times, right? So, for whatever that's worth. And thanks to whoever requested that. I see someone requested Picket Line song. I did do that earlier, but maybe I can bust out another Union song. Ooh, someone's asking for Adderall song. That's a great idea. I haven't played that in ages either. We'll maybe come back to that. I see people having dance parties in their living room, etc. So, thanks. All right, I'm gonna do another kind of random cover. If you watched me the other night, I played this. My partner Pam turned me on to this great song that has just been, for whatever reason, stuck in my head. It's just like one of those classic, like 4-chord 90s alt-rock songs that just is good for whatever reason. It's by a band called Fountains of Wayne. So maybe you know them. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. The ocean is big and blue. I just wanna sink to the bottom with you. Out on the highway, planes in the air. Everyone else is going somewhere. I'm going nowhere, getting there soon. I might as well just sink down with you. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. The ocean is big and blue. I just wanna sink to the bottom with you. Out on the highway, up in the air. Everyone else is going somewhere. I'm going nowhere, getting there soon. I might as well just sink down with you. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. The ocean is big and blue. I just wanna sink to the bottom with you. I just wanna sink to the bottom with you. There you go. Little Fountains of Wayne. Oh my gosh, Danielle Engelhop. Speaking of Anfini, my version of You Will Answer slaps so hard. Thank you so much. Definitely go check out. I think that was on a benefit album that we did for Anfini. Me and Anti-Flag recorded a version of her song You Will Answer. And you can totally go find that somewhere on the internet. Search Evan Greer, Anti-Flag, Anfini. It'll probably come up. All right. Well, thanks so much to all of you for hanging out. I'm going to try and get through those other requests. In a little bit, but I'm going to play some other stuff first. So again, it's Trans Day of Visibility, and I guess what I always kind of feel again on this day is like maybe what we need is more like a trans day of revenge, trans day of rebellion, because visibility doesn't always translate to justice, right? I wrote an op-ed last year for the Washington Post about the history of the mainstream gay rights movement and all the times that they have turned away and left trans people behind. So go find that as well. For me, you know, I've been hearing and, you know, I've been involved in queer liberation organizing for a long time, and you sort of hear this narrative of like, oh, you know, the mainstream gay rights groups don't care about us, but actually going back and like learning the history of the last 75 years or so really meant a lot to me, because I didn't know that history, even as a fairly, you know, tuned in political queer activist. That history is never taught to us, so anyhow, I encourage you to go check that out. And this song is kind of my open letter to the mainstream gay rights movement, and it's called Assimilation. So good song for today. This is also on my record She, Her, They, Them, and it's a collaboration with Bells Roar, who's an incredible non-binary, gender non-conforming trans artist from New York. Go check out their music for sure. Bells Roar, as in bell hooks roaring. People ask me if I am a drag queen. I tell them I've never been into royalty. That's why I'm up in the pub yelling, in them Brits out of Ireland, Palestine, free. If I had to choose, I'd be a drag peasant. Organizing a rebellion, no time like the present. Glitter in my hair, pitchfork in the air. Coming for those mainstream fuckers, I swear. If the gay nation wants assimilation, white picket fence, Disney vacation, joining in their military occupation, locking people up with hate crimes legislation, equal to the people who run the corporations, living out in Brooklyn, gentrification. I say resist this elitist bullshit. I say it's time for a new movement. If you're feeling this song, you can all sing along. When I say queer, you say we're strong. This is going to be awkward because it's like a call and response thing, but you're not there and you can't hear me, so it's going to be okay. Ready? Say queer, we're strong. Say queer, we're strong. Say queer, we're strong. And we waited too long to sit and listen to politicians saying, hey, give you another inch if you give me another day. Have some patience, be a good gay. Just like FEMA with Katrina, they say help is on the way. But put your hands up if you're being lied to. Make some noise if your government is working for you. Check, 1, 2. I guess we got our answer, so what are we gonna do? Let's riot in the streets till the break is on. Start a revolution while we're getting it on. The laughter of our children will be our revenge. The only rings on our fingers are for self-defense. Don't ask me what I think, cause I tell you what I say. So don't ask me what I think, cause I tell you what I say. We don't need gays in the military. We need militant gays. We don't need gays in the military. We need militant gays. We don't need gays in the military. We need militant gays. All right, y'all. Thanks so much. That song's called Assimilation, and it's on my record She, Her, They, Them, which again was produced by the amazing Taina Asili and Gaetano Vaccaro, who did a great concert last night. You should check it out on their Facebook. I think it's archived if you didn't get a chance. Thanks to folks who are shouting, "We're strong" in the comments. I appreciate it. Hey, Linnea. Linnea, your live streams have been amazing. They've been like totally making it happen. All right, Taina has requested Liberty's a statue. So Taina gets what she wants. Because she's Taina. So this one goes out to my compañera, Taina Asili. Again, please check out her music. Please support her. You know, I have an organizing job, but I did make a living as a musician for many years, and I know how difficult it is. There's so many amazing artists out there like Taina who are really completely reliant on their art, on their performance to make a living. And so, you know, if you have a few extra bucks and you were thinking of throwing them my way, now I'm going to pass the hat other ways. Go buy one of Taina's albums, go support her, go check out her live stream from the other night and chip in some money. And do that for all the artists that you love and care about right now. You know, if you're lucky enough to still have a job, still have employment, still have a salary, you know, distribute that wealth around, because people really are going to need it. And I think, you know, that sort of illuminates, I think this whole situation has just sort of ripped the Band-Aid off and exposed that the real disease, the real pandemic is global capitalism, and is this economic system that doesn't take care of people, and that's part of what's making this crisis so much worse. So, but this song is called "Liberty is a Statue," and it's also on my record "She, Her, They, Them," which you can get from Don Giovanni Records, and it goes out to all the trans folks, all the non-binary folks, anyone who never let society or an advertisement or their parents or a corporation or a government tell them who they are. You know who you are, and I know who you are, and I love you. She said, no, you're not a girl, you are a boy. You best start acting like one, or I'll tell your mom, I'll tell your dad, I'll send you to the principal again. Now for the last time, tell me, what have you learned today? Teacher, I learned there is only one way that I can live. That's the way that they program the textbooks and the TV screens. Hey Mom, what did I learn today in school? I learned how to be a boy. I learned how to be a man. And I learned there's an us, there's a them. There are good guys, there are bad guys. The bad guys aren't allowed to be your friends. And I learned all about liberty. Statue in a harbor near a city called New York. Yes, I learned all about liberty. A statue in a harbor near a city called New York. Yes, I learned all about liberty. It's just a statue in a harbor near a city called New York. And I learned statues are things that we build to remind us of things that have died. But wait, I'm so confused, because they told us that sharing was good. Then I look at my own town, the one next door, and I wonder why we don't share some of those mansions, their 4-car garages, with them and their broken down mills, this dirty river that runs between us. It's not
safe, so swim across. They told us so on a field trip to the other.
Back. Yeah, and I guess it's just to remember the ongoing crisis for so many of us. Whether it's because we don't have drinkable water, or because people don't accept us for who we are, or because we live in a place where we're criminalized based on where we're from, or don't have access to the health care that we need. This is not a new crisis. We're just sort of ripping the Band-Aid off the crisis in many ways. So this song goes out to everyone that's doing mutual aid work right now, trying to support people. The folks at Makeshift Boston that have been providing meals and groceries for people who need them. The folks who've been fighting to freeze evictions, to freeze rent. In the end, we need to restructure our economy in a way that takes care of everyone. So this is an old song about Hurricane Katrina, another unnatural disaster. And I will try to remember the words. This is also off my record, Never Surrender, which you can grab at my Bandcamp, which is in the pinned comment. The ticket seller's terrified. He's haunted by his dreams. Half-empty trains rolling out from New Orleans. And the thousands who came begging, but were harshly turned away. How many of them died, because they could not afford to pay. 3 days notice, all the suburbs turned to ghost towns. Second cars left locked in driveways, while the city people drowned. They could not escape the fury of the sea. What happened here was murder, not some simple tragedy. Well, good morning, America. How did you get this way? Averted eyes and centuries of chains. Here comes the story of the hurricane. Thousands dead, the city by the sea. Murdered by our greed in New Orleans. I saw a story today about a gated community in Southern California. And if you can afford $4,000 a month, you can go join there and you can get a COVID-19 test. And you can be part of this great community of artists who are safe from the outside world, as long as you're rich. And the rest of us, if you're white, you're finding food. I ask myself what I'd have done in any of their shoes. Would I have thought about my neighbors on the other side of town? Would I have known any of their names? Would I have dared to stick around? Well, you can blame the president, you can blame the sea, but they were murdered by the culture, this economy. They were murdered by our fear and our apathy. They were murdered by you. They were murdered by me. Well, good morning, America. How did you get this way? Averted eyes and centuries of chains. Here comes the story of the hurricane. Thousands dead, the city by the sea. Murdered by our greed in New Orleans. I feel like this song is relevant now too, because Democrats want us to believe that the only reason this is a crisis is because Trump is in power. And while I can hardly think of a better time for this to happen, Trump is just a symptom. He's not the disease. The disease has been here long before he came. The disease is the reason that he's in power right now. We can't just focus on him as if electing some other white man is gonna fix all of our problems, as if even if we manage to somehow magically get Bernie Sanders or some other great lefty into power, all of a sudden all of this would just go away. Because the reality is that this is baked in. It's a system, it's systemic. And the only thing that can change it is all of us working together. We can't change it by voting, we can't change it by signing petitions. We can't change it by playing concerts on Facebook Live. We can change it by getting to know our neighbors, by building communities that are stronger than the state, by recognizing that our problems are baked into the very sea that we swim in, by recognizing our power and our privilege, by working together. Talking because I don't actually remember how the third verse to this goes. So if anybody does, shout it out in the comments. Burning fire green in New Orleans. In New Orleans. Lost the third verse there. It's somewhere in here, but not at the forefront where I can play it for y'all right now. So apologies. And I think this is going to be my last tune for the night. I really appreciate folks hanging out. I could maybe be convinced to hang around for a couple more. Folks are like diehard and like really desperately want to stay. I will bring out the rats. I promise. So, well, thanks to everyone who's been tuning in. Again, if you missed it, I'm passing the hat. There's a pinned comment on Facebook with my Venmo and my Bandcamp. Follow me on Twitter. Find my organization, Fight for the Future, and see the work that we're doing. Trying to protect civil liberties in this crisis. Shout out to my parents who watched. Shout out to Taina Asili and her whole family. Sending so much love to Carolyn and Mario. Shout out to my partner Pam if she's watching. All right, this is going to be my last official track, unless people scream for more, and then I'll see what I can do. And this is called Never Surrender, and it's the title track off my last album. It's about not giving up, which I think is a sentiment that we desperately need right now when it feels super overwhelming. I know this situation feels really overwhelming for me, and so if it feels that way for you too, this song is for you. And there's a cheesy sing-along part at the end, so please sing it in your living room. Annoy your neighbors, as I've been probably annoying mine. Neighbors, if you're watching, I love you. Sorry, I'll be done very soon. And thanks for hanging out. My name's Evan Greer. I really appreciate you all. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands. Take care of each other. And overthrow the power structures that hold us all down. It's been raining for a couple of days now. My dad's pond is overflowing. Orange fish are at the back door. Toxic flood water is flowing. Can we shake our heads and get in the car? Forget those things we said. Making love under the stars.
provide honesty, and we can't discern our enemies, so we give them our complicity. They make fear and we buy it. Make cars and we drive them. Build walls and we just give in. Build boxes that we live in. They make gods for us to pray to, jobs to give our days to, binaries of gender, but they won't have my surrender. No. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Took a midnight train going anywhere, singing your living room. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. Took a midnight train going anywhere. Singer in a smoky room, smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevards, their shadows searching in the night. Meet like people, finding just a line in motion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people. 'Cause we look at the world around us, everything we see. So we drink and we smoke and we watch the TV. They say don't take your life so seriously. I say this is the only way that I know how to be. 'Cause we need passion, not fashion. We need food, not lawns. We need action, not factions. We need everyone here to be singing along. We need stories, not glory. We need friends, not fans. We need guitars, not rock stars. We need more than just loud, drunk, straight, white, male punk bands. You know it's true. So let's destroy out of love and build out of anger. Get our heads out of our asses. See our lives are in danger. The world as we know it, it's not gonna last forever. And these could be the last days. So let's spend them together. 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 Let's never surrender. Let's never surrender. Let's never surrender. Let's never surrender. Don't stop believing. Let's never surrender. Don't stop believing. Let's never surrender. Don't stop believing. Let's never
thanks so much. My name's Evan Greer. You can donate to me with the pinned comment at my Venmo or buy my album, one of my albums on Bandcamp. Thanks so much to Don Giovanni Records for streaming this on their Instagram. Again, I'm working on a new EP that I'm going to record here at my house that I'll be putting out on Don Giovanni hopefully soon. This is the official announcement of that, or whatever. This was really great. My voice is totally shot. I love you all so much. I promised you rats. So if you stick around for like 3 seconds, I will go get some adorable pet rats. I will show them to you. You can say hi to them. They will like you. And otherwise, I'll hang out for a little bit and just like answer questions or just like chat in the chat. And thanks again so much. It was really fun to play music for you all. I haven't played a lot of music in a lot of time. I've been working as a full-time activist. And it means a lot to see so many folks out there watching and paying attention. And thanks so much. I love you all. And all right, rats are coming. You want to see the rats, right? Who wants to see the rats? Show the rats. Show the rats. Okay. Be right back. All right, here they are. So this is Morning. She's already put on the COVID-19. I don't know if anybody else is having this, but this is Morning. She's very sweet, and this is Sir Squeaks-a-Lot. Sir Squeaks-a-Lot is a lady. She's just very butch. So, and both of these rats were named by my 9-year-old, Saoirse, a couple years ago. Anyhow, they're very cute. They love you very much. They are probably dismayed at all the yelling and punk rock that's been happening because they don't like loud noises very much. Anyhow, I promised rats, so here they are. And thanks for hanging out. And I'll quickly just like check the comments. If anyone has like, you know, anything to say or random questions, I'll hang for a minute and try and answer them. My voice is completely shot. I really appreciate you all for hanging out during this little online concert. And definitely, again, pay attention to my organization, Fight for the Future. We're going to be doing a lot of work around civil liberties and human rights and making sure that governments and corporations don't take this as an opportunity to exploit this crisis, to expand things like mass government surveillance or censorship or undermine due process. You know, anything that is landing more people in jail right now is a public health crisis. Frankly, what we should be doing is releasing people from prisons, as many people as possible. That is not only the right thing to do, but is a public health imperative at this point. So, and the rats agree. These rats are prison abolitionists. So, anyhow. Thanks for hanging out. I love you all. I'll just check real quick, see if there's any last thoughts or comments. And again, if you didn't get a chance, you can always chip in. My Venmo is at Evan-Greer-1. The photo there is of me on Good Morning America, which I did one time. And you can also always just grab something off Bandcamp, and that makes a big difference. So again, big thanks to Don Giovanni Records for streaming this on their Insta. Big thanks to Mark Zuckerberg for being a douchebag billionaire and providing Facebook for me to stream this to all of you that watched it on Facebook. But mostly big thanks to all of you for watching and hanging out. And I really appreciate you all. And I'm going to sign off and say goodnight now, because it's almost time for me to go to bed, because I'm old. And I have a full work day ahead of me tomorrow, and I'm going to keep working on recording this EP, which will be out soon on Don Giovanni Records. So evangreer.org, or find me on Twitter or whatever. Twitter is where I'm most active right now, so if you're there, come find me there. And otherwise, much love. Thanks for hanging out, and take care.